Hi, my YouTube cuties. I hope this is working. I'm in my bedroom again because my husband is doing one of his Skype podcasts. So I've been stuck to my bedroom and the lighting is lousy and I can't tell if I've set up the camera in the right way or not. I have no idea if you guys can see me. I feel like you can't. So I'm sorry if this is light. I'm sorry if it's too dark. I'm sorry if the lighting is no good. But I'm going to do this anyway because it's Sunday night and I am bored out of my mind because I'm not allowed to be on the internet because it sucks his bandwidth away. So I really have nothing else to do. So I compiled a list of Disney tips that I don't think I've discussed with you guys yet. Ideas that I found on the internet that I thought were really good. We're going to Disney in 12 days, and before we go on any one of our trips, I always obsessively scour the internet for new tips, new tricks, new ideas, updates, things that I may not know about, things that have been posted since our last trip. And quite often, despite my 50 plus trips, I will find something that makes me go, oh my gosh, why didn't I think of that? So I've compiled a few of them that I don't think I've discussed with you guys yet, but I thought I'd throw this out there to you guys. So here we go. If I'm overlapping myself on things, I apologize. I just can't remember what I've mentioned to you guys and what I haven't. So Disney World serves only Coke products. They have a contract with Coke, which means that you cannot get Pepsi anywhere on property. If you're a Pepsi drinker, you are more than welcome to bring your own with you. You can certainly store it at the resorts if you'd like, but you will not find Pepsi products anywhere on property. So I happen to be a Coke lover, so Diet Coke is my thing, so I'm thrilled with the fact that there is no Pepsi. Also, I've read over and over again, and I can't speak to it because I don't know, but those of you that are Southerners might want to know this, that there is apparently no sweet tea served on property, or none of the proper sweet tea. Some places service sweet tea, but the arguments have gone on whether it's a proper sweet tea, if it's the right sweet tea. So I don't know. I can't speak to the argument. I have no dog in the fight. I don't drink sweet tea, although it seems like it's something that would be right up my alley. If you're a sweet tea drinker, go there knowing that you may not get the quality or the type of sweet tea that you're used to drinking. If you are staying on property, anything that you purchase can be shipped back to your hotel. So if you buy something you really like in Norway, if you find a pair of Viking horns that you really love and you can't live without in the Norway pavilion, rather than tote it around the parks all day, they will be more than happy to ship it back to your hotel room. The only caveat being that you have to be, I think it's 2 days away from your last day of your trip. They need like a day to a day and a half to ship it back to your room. So if you're going home tomorrow, they will not be able to ship things back to your room for you. What you can do in that instance is if you find a beer stein in Germany that you love, or a cuckoo clock in Germany that you can't live without, or what, I don't know, something in Mitsukushi in the Japanese pavilion that you have to have, but you're going home tomorrow, Disney will be happy to, for a fee, ship it to your home. Which is kind of fun because a few days after you get home, you will be able to have some more of the magic come home to you because you'll get a Disney box that shows up, and it's kind of fun, but it is expensive. I haven't had anything shipped home in quite a long time, like since my honeymoon. So I don't know what the cost is now, and that will definitely be something that I do my homework on when I'm down there. But know that it is an option, so you're not limited to small purchases only. You're not limited to what you can put in a carry-on bag on the way home, that kind of stuff. I don't think I've ever discussed extra magic hours with you guys, and that's horrible on my part because extra magic hours really are valuable. What they are, in a nutshell, is in the morning, if you're staying on property, it's only for resort guests. In the morning, sometimes they will open up the park an hour to an hour and a half early for you. And in the evening, one of the parks will stay open usually a few hours later than usual. It's usually it's one or the other. Usually it's one of the parks has morning hours, and then the next day one of the parks will have late hours. You can go on allears.net and check. She has a pretty comprehensive schedule. You can go on disneyworld.com, check there as well. Or when you get to the parks, just ask a cast member at your hotel, the concierge or front desk, for a list of extra magic hours, the guide. And they will be more than happy to give that to you. We really love, especially in the summer months that we are into now, we really love the extra magic hours at night because it allows us to go to the park in the morning. And then before it gets too hot, we head back to our hotel room, we chill out at the pool, we take naps, we have lunch, And then at night, we head back to the parks after the sun goes down, and we can still spend as much time in the parks as we want without fearing it shutting down on us. If you're doing a split stay at more than one Disney resort, please make sure that they know when you start your vacation, the very first resort that you're going to, that you will be checking out and checking into another Disney resort so that they can carry over your meals and your charging privileges on your next Keys to the Kingdom key card. We're going to be doing that this trip, so I will definitely be live vlogging on how that goes. We're doing the first 3 days at the Port Orleans, and then the rest of our trip will be at Animal Kingdom Lodge. So I will definitely be letting you guys know. That was horrendous English. I will be letting you guys know how that goes. Shifting from one resort to another. Pull it together, D. If you decide not to do the dining plan, and you want to go a la carte, you want to just, order meals as you go, see, this one's kind of, I don't know. I'll give it to you guys anyway. I've never done it. I don't know how you guys feel about it. You can order a kid's meal for yourself at any counter service restaurant. They don't ask you to produce a child. What is often on the kids menu is limited. It's not. It's chicken nuggets. It's meaty mac. It might be a hamburger. Peanut butter and jelly some places. But it does cost less, and it's an option. If you see something that you like in the stores, consider purchasing it when you see it, because you never know when you go back if it will be there again or not, or you may never get back to that store. I had this happen to me in 2008. We went to the Japanese pavilion, and I found this awesome Hello Kitty purse. I fell in love with it. I had to have it. It was awesome, but at the time it was really expensive. It was kind of out of my budget, and I thought, let me work on the husband a little bit, and then I'll come back and I'll get it. And I never went back, and I never ever saw that purse again. And still to this day, I regret not making that purchase because it was the coolest Hello Kitty purse ever. So if you see something that you really want in one of the pavilions and you're close to the end of your trip, or you don't think you're going to be going back to that park, consider making the purchase at the time that you see it, because you really may not ever get back there. And they switch out merchandise so frequently and even now, like when we go down now, I anticipate the Hello Kitty display being very different. And that's a good thing because I can't wait to see new stuff. But the point is that they switch out merchandise so often that what you saw a month ago might not be there next month. And certainly not if you do less frequent trips than that. Parking. We don't drive. We never rent a car, so I'm only going on the tip that I have here. And that is that the parking lots are humongous, and your car can easily get lost in the sea of bazillion cars that park at Disney World every day. Somebody suggested that what you should do is take a picture of the row name that you're in and a picture of the section that you were in so that you have a better idea of where you parked and where to get off and on the tram and that kind of stuff. Put a Ziploc bag or two. I'm a big fan of the Ziploc bags, and I've told you guys that everybody needs them in Disney World. They come in handy more times than you know. But now that we're in the warmer months, the really summery hot months, everybody kind of likes the water rides. Not me, I hate water rides, but if you plan on going to Holly River Rapids, or if you plan on going on Splash Mountain, carry a little Ziploc bag and put your wallet, your cell phone, your camera in it before you go on the rides so that you can get soaked, but you don't have to worry about your stuff getting soaked. Somebody else has suggested sticking a pair of flip-flops in your bag that you carry around the parks all day, which doesn't work if you have a fanny pack, but change out right before you go on the wet ride and put your shoes in a Ziploc bag, and then when you get off the ride you can just switch back so your shoes stay dry. I know I've told you guys that planning is super important for any successful Disney trip, and it's true, it is. And I've also suggested that you guys go out and get some guidebooks. Well, I had a light bulb duh moment that didn't even occur to me. That those guidebooks get expensive, and they change. The information in them is always being updated, and just when you buy one version, another version comes out. Somebody suggested checking with your local library and seeing if they carry any of the Disney Vacation guidebooks, and hello, why did I not think to tell you guys that? So check your local library and see if you can borrow or check out a Disney book. Cast members will any cast member will take your picture. You can go up to any cast member and say, will you take my family's picture? Will you take my picture? way back in the day, when I used to travel to Disney as a single chick all by myself, I used to take two solo trips every year. I'd go every 6 months before I met my husband. I was all by myself. I had nobody to take my pictures, and I had characters to see and, you know, photographs that I wanted taken, but I was a single chick and I didn't take my own picture. So I made cast members always take my pictures, or I'd go up to a fellow park goer and I'd say, hey, do you mind taking my picture? People are always happy to take your picture. I can't tell you how many photographs of families I've snapped on trips to Disney World. So don't be afraid to ask cast members or your fellow park goers to take your picture. I love this tip because it's so true. Do not treat Disney World as an amusement park, because it is not one. It is a theme park, and there is a difference. An amusement park is based around rides. It's built around roller coasters. It's built around thrill rides. You go there to specifically go on rides. Disney World, Disneyland, all of the Disney properties are theme parks, which means that they are an experience. They are an immersion in fantasy. They're so much more than the rides. If you're going there just to go on the rides and you just head down and go straight to the rides, you are missing so much of what Disney World has to offer. I cannot stress this to you enough, that you need to take your time. Go with a plan, but do me a favor, if it's your first time, if it's your second time, even if it's your third time, even if it's your 55th time, take your time. There is always something small that you don't know about, a small detail, a cast member to talk to, a fellow guest to talk to. You never know who's around you, so take your time and really kind of get the Disney vibe get it all up in you. Get yourself sprinkled with pixie dust and really take your time to immerse yourself in the Disney experience. You will have a much, much better vacation. The rides are just kind of there to keep you occupied, but really it's so much more than just the rides. You can eat if you are... No, I don't believe that you have to be a Disney guest to eat at any of the restaurants. I don't believe you have to be a resort guest to eat at any of the restaurants. I believe anybody can eat at any of the restaurants. I will have to double check this, but the point of this is that you can eat at any restaurant you want. Let's say for now, because I don't know, that if you're staying on property, you have access to every other property, every other resort on property. And I will find out if this pertains to people that are staying off property as well. I'm pretty sure that it does. I don't think they ask you for a key card. I don't think I've ever been asked for a key card, but I will double check that. But for now, let's pretend that I'm talking about only people staying on Disney property. You can eat at any other resort restaurant that you want. You can go to Animal Kingdom Lodge, you can eat at Boma, you can go to Wilderness Lodge, eat at Whispering Canyon Cafe, you can go to Polynesian, eat at Ohana, you can go have high tea at the Grand Floridian, you can go to the Clam Bake over at Yacht Club, you can go to Beaches and Cream at the Beach Club, you can eat at any of the restaurants on Boardwalk, you can go to Flying Fish, you can go to Cuisina, you can go to, what else? You can go, are you getting my point here? You can go eat at any restaurant at any hotel. You are not locked in or stuck with only the hotels that are in your restaurant or the hotels in the park. And in fact, I encourage this. I really can't, the Disney food is so good that I really encourage you guys to try other places, try other restaurants. And don't forget about Downtown Disney too. They have killer restaurants. Surprisingly, and it's a place that you guys might overlook and might not consider, but Wolfgang Puck in Downtown Disney, it's a counter service, and the food there is phenomenal. We have been there for every meal. We've done breakfast, lunch, and dinner there, and it's absolutely one of my favorite places on property. Their spaghetti and meatballs for dinner, killer. Have I ever talked to you guys about Fastpass? I don't know that I have, and that's just, again, bad for me. Fastpass is basically what you do is you put your park ticket in, or your room key, and you get a little card spit back out at you with a time stamped on it. And that's the time that you will return to go on the ride. It makes life a lot easier rather than, and then you don't have to stand in the 70 or 90 minute standby line. You just get to come back at the time stamped on your Fastpass ticket and you go in the Fastpass line. The catch here is that you must be back in time. There is a window of time stamped on your Fastpass. I think it's like half an hour. It might be 15 minutes now. I don't know. But you must be back in that period of time or your Fastpass is invalid. You cannot come in an hour later and expect to ride on that Fastpass. It's not going to happen. And Fastpasses do run out. There is a finite amount of Fastpasses for every ride for every day. So if there's a ride that you really want to go on that you can't miss, it's on your must-do list, please make sure you get a Fastpass for it that day or be willing to stand in the standby line. Speaking of lines, you should be prepared for lines. They happen. They're unavoidable. That's just the way things are at Disney World. And it really does also depend on when you go. Like now in the summer months, I'll do a line picture session. I'll do as much as I can of taking videos of the wait times. They have all the wait times posted on the outside, but I've seen in the summer months, I've seen waits of 70, 90, 180 minutes for some of the rides. So I don't know, pack travel games, pack whatever you need to make sure your kid is okay to stand online, or find the Fastpass rides. Maybe that day pick a few rides to go on, not go on all the rides, but know that there will be lines. You are not going to be line free. And that's it. Those are my tips for this vlog, and I'm quite sure that I will be finding you other tips and other tricks and other things as I go along. We have 12 days to leave. Cha 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 cha. And so my next vlog will probably be a beginning to pack vlog. Because it's getting around that time. And as I said to you, I'm looking around my room thinking about what I'm going to pack. As I said to you, I pack very differently for the summer months than I do in the winter. I pack, well, you'll see when I do it, but I will definitely be doing another packing vlog for you guys. Maybe doing it as early as Friday. So that's it. Like I said, I will probably come back to you with another set of these tips and tricks. If there's anything that you want to know, start giving me ideas for vlogs that you want to see me do in the parks, because it's getting close to that time and I need to start making a list of what you guys want to see. I will definitely be doing another bad behavior in Disney World vlog as I see them. And I'm sure now that there's going to be far more people in the parks, I will experience far more bad behavior. So look for that. And like I said, if there's anything that you guys want to see, anything you guys want me to discuss, any research you want me to do for you, feel free to let me know and I'm happy to do it for you. Peace out, my cuties.